Welcome back to Let's Play Resident Evil 4. Here's the house where we were swarmed by hordes of not zombies. And somehow we managed to survive. Luis has left. Who knows where he went. Apparently, from what we can tell, he was also injected with the parasites that are currently inside ourselves and Ashley there. And apparently he was able to get them out. So that definitely gives us hope. And hopefully we can find a cure here in this village. Perhaps we'll have to leave the village and move onward. And I believe we're in Spain, somewhere in Europe. Corey, I'm surprised we were able to survive that. That seemed pretty crazy. Eventually, I guess they just stopped from coming in and attacking us. Now we can move on.
Yes, absolutely. It appears our efforts were enough to ward them off. They have retreated. The most encouraging news, like you said, is that Luis was able to remove that parasite from his body. But I got to ask, RJ, how the hell are you going to get that thing out of you?
I asked myself that same question in my first playthrough of the game. I was like, what the hell? How could they possibly pull this off? Well, I guess we'll find out eventually, and that's definitely going to be a talking point for us, is the fact of how they do it. We'll get to that in a long time from now, that's for sure. Let's read this note here because this is pretty interesting. It's called Two Routes. Just a while ago, Lord Sadler informed whoever that they shot down the chopper. Of course, that one was coming to save us, so that kind of sucks. Let's see here. So no outside interference. Interesting. There's a traitor, apparently. That's always good to know. Have some kind of mystery here. Alright. There are two routes that we can use to escape C-Dub. Let's see. A large number of ganados in one of the routes. Alright. And, oh fuck, the other route has an El Gigante. Oh, I really don't like either of those options. Now, I've seen a lot of playthroughs where people go through one route, double back, and then go through the other. I don't know if I feel like doing that, C-Dub. I think we're going to go through the one with a lot of ganados, and we'll save the old El Gigante there. We'll have to face him again later on. I don't really think we want to fuck with him again right now. We'll go ahead and see what items we have to sell and all that. We'll meet you guys if we're going to tune up anything. The only thing we have to tune up here is our TMP, the capacity. Definitely going to want to upgrade that. And let's go ahead and move on. Here are the two routes. Let's see here. I think we're going to want to go to the one on the left, I'm guessing. Of course, the one that does not go towards El Gigante. Hopefully this will be right. Do you agree with my decision to completely avoid this second El Gigante, C-Dub?
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point it's probably the best idea. I do remember what that fight entails. It's certainly a situation we could find like the last El Gigante fight where we barely make it out alive. We've got a shitload of ganados here to take care of, but the good thing is I see a box right there. Little dumpster. Ashley, you're going to have to jump in that dumpster, honey, and hang tight while we clear this place out.
Now, there's also some explosive barrels right there. We'll save them for as long as we can. I know you were talking about the, of course, the El Gigante battle. That's an interesting one. It's not like the one we did earlier. Basically, it's kind of a situation where you have to run away from him. I don't think you really have to kill him in that standpoint. Oh, fuck. We're about to get hit by a pitchfork. I know that was coming. We did buy 2 first aid sprays. Looks like Ashley's almost dead, so we're going to have to watch out for that. Now, this is not going to be any easier, C-Dub. We are avoiding El Gigante, but unfortunately, there is going to be 2 brand new foes introduced. They are known as the Chainsaw Sisters. Maybe it's the Chainsaw Twins, one of the two. But there's a large fighting pit right here. This will be possibly our doom. We will find out soon. Let's make our way through and climb up the ladder. Now, they said there would be a lot of ganados in this area. Doesn't seem to be too bad. But, man, Corey, do you remember the chainsaw sisters that we'll be facing here shortly?
I absolutely do. There's some of the more memorable enemies in the game. I mean, a fucking chainsaw coming at you. A little bit of trivia. I was actually looking up on the Resident Evil history. And believe it or not, RJ, the Chainsaw Sisters or the Chainsaw Twins do have another name. And it's going to be a treat for you.
I think I know what it is. It is the Bella sisters or twins.
Yes, that is correct. Of course, Bella being a word in, I believe, Italian, or I don't think it's Spanish, no. I think it's Italian that means beautiful. These sisters are certainly anything but beautiful. And certainly they're much akin to the WWE's Bella Twins in that they are absolutely brutal.
Yeah, it's funny you mention that. During this playthrough, I've kind of kept wanting to call them that, and I was thinking, I was like, are they the Bella sisters, or am I just thinking of that because, of course, wrestling, the Bella Twins and their shenanigans these days? And apparently, yeah, Corey has reassured me that they are indeed the Bella sisters. That's pretty funny. I wonder if that's a coincidence. Corey, I know you're a big, wrestling fan. You know all about that stuff. Is the Bella sisters, is that their real name, or is that one of the made-up wrestling names?
Yeah, that's a made-up name. Their actual name is Garcia.
Aha.
But I mean, I think it's used effectively. They are certainly beautiful, and the two sisters we're going to face here in Resident Evil 4 are not very beautiful, but they are certainly dangerous.
Perhaps the person who came up with their names is a big Resident Evil 4 player. Now, we're going to be in this pit here, and things are going to hit the fan, if you know what I mean, pretty quickly. So I'm wondering, I guess we'll knock down one, keep the other one up, and here we go. Oh, no. Now, if you're wondering why we jumped into the pit, despite the fact that we knew that we would probably fall victim to a chainsaw ambush, it's because I believe they are holding the key on them, so we have no choice but to kill them.
Yes.
Okay. So
it's definitely good, as you've done here, to get up out of that pit. Kind of use this walkway area to your advantage. You got to keep your distance between these chainsaw-wielding maniacs and yourself. We're going to have to use the shotgun in close range to our advantage here.
Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to back up and maybe try to plan out a grenade attack on multiple ganados, including the Chainsaw Sisters. Let's see if it works out. Okay, we got a couple of them. And here's sister number 2. Looks like that did not actually kill them, so let's try to shoot their carcass with the TMP here and knock them out once and for all. Like C-Dub mentioned, you don't want them to get even remotely close to you because they can one-shot kill you. I mean, we have to show that off at some point, Corey. I'm not going to do it voluntarily, that's for sure. Oh, there it is. Oh, man, I was going in for the kick, and she got me. Here is the dead body of one of the Bella twins. The other one had the key. I did pick that up. Let's go ahead and continue on as we did vanquish them once and for all. I believe the door... No, it's not down in the pit. It's actually on this other side here. But that was a pretty epic battle there. Hopefully they don't come back somehow. I don't remember seeing any more Bella sisters. I could be wrong about that. I think it's pretty much a one-time appearance. But I suppose we'll eventually find out as we head through the village here. Definitely important, of course, as you guys can tell, to walk around and grab all the items. You need everything you can get in this game. Now, perhaps this isn't the right way. I guess this is just a small little pit. Looks like the way we want to go is on the other side. Let's climb back up this ladder here. I will mention that the reason why people do go the other route, of course, with the El Gigante, is because there is some pretty good treasure over there. So, you know, that it is a good idea to backtrack, go back and try to get all the treasure and all that, and just avoid killing him. I mean, you can kill him straight up. He gives you 50 grand gold, I believe. So it's not a bad idea if you have enough ammo. For time's sake, this is already going to be a pretty long playthrough, as it looks like the door is indeed down here in the battle pit. But first, for the sake of us trying to save time here and just defeating this game once and for all, we will continue on, leave El Gigante be. I'm sure he'll probably escape the village and maybe attack some neighboring towns. But that would make for an excellent, you know, Resident Evil 4 spin-off game. Uh-oh. That eerie noise has started to play. That means more ganados are coming. We did pick up a green herb, so that's going to be perfect for Ashley. We'll have to remember to go back and grab her. Fortunately, they don't let you leave her behind. I know that you were real disappointed about that, C-Dub.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been perfectly fine with just telling her, hey, why don't you just wait in this dumpster here? Somebody else will come rescue you. I'm getting the fuck out of here immediately. These people are all trying to kill me. I have this weird parasite. I'm going to see a doctor immediately. But alas, we cannot. However, we can clear out the remainder of these enemies and actually whistle for Ashley, apparently like a dog or something, and she'll eventually make her way to us.
Now these items do disappear, and we have a couple on the ground I noticed back there, so we're going to want to try to get through here. This TMP is great for kind of just shooting everybody real quick in the knees. That way you can run by real fast. So it's kind of a good escape weapon, other than, of course, just something you can use to murder everybody. Oh, they got me again. Let's go ahead and use one of these green herbs, as I am getting a little bit beat up. Hopefully we can find some more health. Get off me, you bastard. Oof, that was close. It's definitely starting to ramp up in difficulty here, C-Dub, that's for sure. I have defeated the game on the hardest setting, but I gotta say, it's been a long time, and I'm kind of just jumping into this. So, gonna be some speed bumps on the way. Let's go ahead and run the hell away, that way we can reload and get in a better position to take out all these guys.
They definitely weren't kidding whenever they said that they were going to put the majority of their forces here in this path. I mean, we've taken on their biggest and baddest so far. It's definitely taken our toll on us here along the way. Hopefully we can survive to make it to the next merchant and purchase some more first aid spray, and hopefully we can find some more healing items along the way as well.
Yeah, another thing I'd like to find, damn it, the hell away from me, is I would definitely like to find some more flash grenades. They're extremely useful against these parasite enemies. Oh, fuck. Not good. Oh, man. They're surrounding us, C-Dub. And I have to use our last herb on myself. Ashley, you're on your own.
We do still have a couple of regular hand grenades there. Maybe we could use some of those to our advantage at some point here.
Yeah, we're going to have to. We pretty much have most of them out of the way now. There's only going to be a couple left. We can move on. But there is one of these parasitic guys back here. They're pretty tough. They take a lot of shots. Unfortunately, shooting the character or the enemy in the knee really won't help you out as much, because they can kind of slash their head around, meaning you really have to keep your distance. Alright, we managed to finally defeat all of these bastards. I did want to go back here and make sure we grabbed everything. We need all the items we can get. See, I was thinking maybe you can walk through this area. There'd be something back there. Does not seem to be the case. Let's do the dog whistle. Ashley comes up like a well-trained Labrador retriever. She'll make her way over to us, and we can continue on. That was a tough battle, C-Dub. Man, I always remember those Chainsaw Sisters were very difficult. In fact, I think I died maybe 2 or 3 times in my first encounter with them. It was one of those points where you just really feel overwhelmed. But thank goodness we have made it past for now. Here are a couple, or at least just one green herb. That's good enough. What the hell do you need, Ashley? Damn it. This girl, unfortunately, is too afraid to jump from high ledges. See if we can find her. One thing I haven't really been using that much is this joystick here. I mean, it's not too useful, especially in battle. But it does give you a nice view of everything and also allows you to walk around like you're drunk. What the hell is this? Is this another door? Aha.
Where are you going, Leon?
There's a...
Yeah, you know, speaking on the camera perspective, RJ, one thing that I did like in Resident Evil 5 versus this game is that they backed the camera up just a little bit. It made it to where you could see more of the area around you, it seemed like. Did you notice that change as well?
I did notice that. Yeah, for sure. I don't know what it is about Resident Evil 5. I think it was just the amount of enemies they throw at you. Something about it just didn't feel the same as this, even though, you know, the vantage point wasn't a whole lot different. But it really felt like a whole new game. I really can't even put my finger on it, on what the big difference was, other than that angle change, C-Dub. But I really like this game a lot more. I think what it was, perhaps, is this game was a little bit more simplistic, and they really got crazy with Resident Evil 5. I also was not a fan of the bright environments that they put you in. I did like when you went into some of the buildings and things got really dark. I know one of the things that they focused on with that game was going in between those environments. But eventually it felt like a straight-up shooter. It just felt like an all-out, almost FPS-style action game, Call of Duty style. We'll get to that eventually, C-Dub. But I don't know what it is. I just always preferred this game over Resident Evil 5. I know I'm not alone in that. If I had to put you on the spot, Corey, which one would you prefer if you had to pick one?
Oh, man, that's tough. I like them both. I gotta say, though, after playing both of them, that camera change, that slight camera change, backing it up just a little bit, I don't know, something about it here lately, at least. I've owned Resident Evil 5 for a long time. I've been going back and upgrading all the weapons to prepare for a playthrough on the hardest game setting on veteran. But comparing the two, man, I gotta say, at least right now, I think Resident Evil 5 is my favorite.
Yeah, I know you said you've been playing a lot of Resident Evil 5 lately, so you're probably going to be able to tell the intricate differences that there are between the games. And also, one thing you showed me off was that I forget what it was called, basically the Spencer Estate DLC for Resident Evil 5. And from what I saw with that, it looks like they really, you know, they kind of perfected the controls, even giving you a way to go back to the old school style of Resident Evil gameplay. So maybe it's just the environments, Corey. Maybe I just prefer the environments, especially this village here in Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely agree with that point. I feel like they did an awesome job in this game of making it really gritty, and it has a really organic feel to it. You know, you're out in the wilderness. You can definitely feel the isolation.
No doubt. Looks like we came across another note here. Very interesting stuff. So it sounds like they're kind of waiting for the parasite to grow within us. But while they're waiting, we're wreaking havoc and we're killing all the villagers. But they have a plan. So it says, for only before my sight will the gate open. That means the only way the gate will open, which will head out of this area, you have to use the chief's eyeball. So it's an interesting key. I definitely give him points for being creative, that's for sure. Let's check out this locker. Looks like we found some rifle ammo. We'll have to buy a rifle. So I guess, C-Dub, that means we have to go kill the chief and take his eye. Unless he decides to willingly open the door for us, I don't see any other way.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to just open up the door without a fight here. We're going to have to take his eye, use the retinal scanner. That's some pretty impressive technology for such a remote location, gotta say.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, we will be selling off some of our treasures here that we have acquired. Perhaps maybe we might want to buy something new or tune up something even more if we're able to before we get into that fight. I don't know if we can. I don't know if we're going to have a chapter break in between there or not.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we can upgrade any of our weapons anymore, C-Dub, so we're going to be stuck. We're going to head down some ski lifts, and just beyond that ski lift is going to be the battle with the village chief. And I know you guys have seen him already, but he's going to get a lot more terrifying. Thank you guys for joining us in this episode. The next one will be a crazy one, that's for sure. Make sure to stay tuned as we fight our way through the village and eventually come across a medieval times-esque castle. Should be good. Stay trippy, guys. See you there.
Morir es vivir. Morir es vivir.